The local racing action on May 13th started off with the modified mini race. David Davis and Rusty Alverson started off leading the race side by side, but then we had the first caution on the first lap when Joe Wingard in the 33 lost control and hit the wall. We then went back green flag racing, and it was David Davis in the 22 leading Rusty Alverson in the 7. David Davis would lead for quite a while, but then something happened to his car, and that would give Rusty Alverson the lead, and Rusty Alverson would go on to win the race, with Steve Looney finishing in second place. The second local race would be the Pure Stock race. Off the start, Chance Imel in the 325 led off the field. And then watch this, the number 4 of Zachary Butts is on the outside of the 27 of John Singletary. He's right there close to the wall. He doesn't back down. He holds it in. And in the end, Zachary Butts takes third place away. What driving by Zachary Butts. Then suddenly, the 325 of Chance Imel, something happened to his car and he fell back 2 positions. And we had a new leader in the number 3 of Jason Kendrick. Also moving up through the field was the 17 of Jonathan Johnson. Eventually, Jonathan Johnson would battle Zachary Butts for the second place spot. But at the end of the day, it would be the number 3 of Jason Kendrick taking home the checkered flag. The final race of the night for the locals would be the WCI Parts Late Model Sportsman. Off the start, it was Dave Mader leading off the field. But it wouldn't be too long when we got our first caution, as Jason Furrow in the black 21 lost control of his car, and around he went. That was just the start of an eventful night for Jason Furrow. We went back green flag racing with Dave Mader in the 118 side by side with the 13 of Bill Bethay. Bill Bethay tried to hold on, but he couldn't do it. Then Perry Bettino was having great battles with Dennis Reno Jr. and the 8X of Aiden Eldridge, and then suddenly Dave Mader spun out, meaning he would have to restart on the tail end of the field. We went back green flag racing, and the action continued. Dave Mader was working his way up through the field, showing that he was ready to get back to the lead, as was the 21 of Jason Furrow. Also moving up through the field was the 8X of Aiden Eldridge. The racing action continued on, and Perry Bettino renewed racing with Dennis Reno Jr., and eventually Perry Bettino was able to get by him. Then Aiden Eldridge would pass Dennis Reno Jr. for the third place spot. Then we had a caution come out when Bill Bethay, our leader, hit the wall, and his day was done. We went back green flag racing, and it was wild. Check this out. Around goes the 5 of Travis Kleckler. You can see right there he has a flat right tire. We went back green flag racing with Perry Bettino in the lead, but he had his hands full with the 8X of Aiden Eldridge. Contact was made, and around goes Aiden Eldridge. Man, oh man, what a tough break. But something also happened to Perry Bettino, and his day was done. Tough break for Perry. And on the restart, it would be Dennis Reno Jr. and Dave Mader on the front row. Dennis Reno was trying to get past Dave Mader, but he couldn't quite get to him. Dave Mader had taken control of his lead yet again. And then we had another caution come out. On this next restart, things got wild. Check this out. Jason Furrow's on the inside of Dennis Reno Jr. Contact is made. Around goes Dennis Reno Jr. and several cars get involved. The car with the most damage was the 17 of Chance Adkins. Tough break for Chance. We went back green flag racing with Dave Mader leading the field right alongside the number 2. And then something was wrong with Jason Furrow's car. Something was hanging off the bottom of it. And a few laps later, around he goes. But watch this. Bam! Right into him goes Dennis Reno Jr. Both their days were done. And both Jason Furrow and Dennis Reno Jr. had some disagreements about what transpired out on the racetrack. Definitely a tough break for both guys. We went back green flag racing, and it was Dave Mader and Jeff Dawkins in the number 2 side by side. Then we had another caution come out when there was contact between Aiden Eldridge and Joe Hudson in the 88. We went back green flag racing with Dave Mader and Jeff Dawkins side by side yet again. Now watch what happens here on this last lap. Contact is made again between Ain Eldridge and Joe Hudson. And then at the end of the day, it would be Dave Mater taking the checkered flag, with second place going to Jeff Dawkins in the number 2. And because of what happened on the racetrack, third place is awarded to the White 21 of Burt Belter. Wow!